Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you another video. All right, so it's halftime of the Nuggets and the Lakers game here in LA, and the score is 65-64. The Nuggets are up, and it's a pretty even game, as you can tell by the score. The stats up and down will pretty much tell you the same thing. Both teams are shooting above 50% from the field, and the Lakers are shooting 40% from behind the arc. The Nuggets are 33, but if you look at the stats, it's because one of them's 5 out of 11, the other's 6 out of 11. So both teams don't really shoot the three. As I told you guys in the pregame video, they would rather not. So you kind of have a clash of similar styles. I think it got off to an early start, and I say I think because I didn't see it. I was finishing up something and started watching the game around the 8-minute mark, and those guys had already started up. Jokic and AD just, I guess, went back and forth scoring pretty much to start the game. And what we saw out there was the Nuggets kind of go to a zone a little bit to kind of fluster the Lakers a little bit, had us go down by 8. Of course, we went with the small ball stuff a little bit after going big and seeing some success, just like we did with the Celtics when we were having that run. We went with bigger players and had success. And then, of course, audibled back to the small dudes and went down by 8. I mean, it's like clockwork. I know our coach has probably been given strict orders to make sure that we play Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverley for political reasons. But honestly, it's just an eyesore, and it reflects poorly on the score when it takes place. And I would prefer him not to play both of those players at the same time if he's forced to play them at all. And I would prefer Rob Pelinka trade both of them at this point because of it. We just can't get away with it, man. He loves playing these little dudes. And they don't provide us enough production for what it is that we're asking for. It just is what it is. Patrick Beverley had 7 points early on. He did some good things. But honestly, we were really, really, really doing great when we had Max Christie and Troy Brown out there playing defense. Those two were swarming the Nuggets, and they didn't have a whole lot good going on for them. I got to admit, Troy Brown really popped off the screen in that first quarter. In that first half, rather. I mean, he did fantastic things. A weak side block that stood out. A steal that he got off a cross-court pass that shouldn't have been taken. You just really love what you saw from Troy Brown. That was somebody who immediately popped off the screen for me. And then Austin Reeves in the end of the second quarter really sparked the momentum, and that kind of lit a fire underneath LeBron James. You know, give credit to the crowd for screaming MVP to Austin Reeves. I figured that would light something under LeBron. He didn't like that too much, I'm sure, but those guys are really playing hard out there, and you got to give credit to both teams. Meanwhile, Jokic, of course, as I said, got off to the early start, did some good things, got a couple steals. We saw KCP do well. Braun, not LeBron, but Braun, their player, Christian Braun, had some good moments. Aaron Gordon, man, I would love for us to just put a body on Aaron Gordon. It seems like everything he's attempting is open, whether it be a dunk or a three or whatever it is. It just seems like he's roaming and able to do whatever it is he pleases. I'm not happy about that. Bruce Brown is doing a lot of good things, making and taking shots, good shots, and making lobs for others. I saw a nice reverse dunk to DeAndre Jordan. I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't DeAndre Jordan doing any of that for us? DeAndre Jordan looked like he was 160 years old when he played for us. With the Nuggets, he looks like he's back with the Clippers. I don't know, but he looks pretty good with them. And, the Nuggets are dealing with a lot. You know, we're throwing a lot at them. I wish we could get something out of Lonnie Walker. He's not really playing well as of yet. We've been throwing him out there, but it's just not working out. Now, we got to keep an eye open for injuries. LeBron James kind of dealing with a little something, I think. Anthony Davis with the foot. Guys are hobbling out there, so we're going to have to keep our eyes open in regards to that. So Russell Westbrook, we saw the worst of Russell Westbrook in this first half, man. He was turning the ball over left and right, bad shot selection. It got to a point where people were booing him again. I just really think this building brings out the worst in him, man. He plays better on the road for this team. And even though he's still working his way through it, he's had some good games at home. It just seems like we've been on the road for a while, and now he's back in this building, and it seems like some of the old demons are back. So I don't know, man. He's done some good things. We saw him drive to the basket real nice on a layup. We saw him make some plays for others and things like that. He's doing some things. But some of the plays that he's doing, it's like it's real coordination issues. He threw the ball off of AD's foot, shot an air ball, 3-point shot, just stuff like that, man. So we did see a corner jumper that fell that I thought looked pretty good. So it's about managing Russell and making sure he's on the floor with the right players. And when you put him down there with Dennis Schroeder, and then you have him down there with maybe like Bron and AD, and then I think the other person that he had down there was like Austin Reeves. It just was not a great combination for Russell Westbrook. I love what I saw out of Thomas Bryant. That corner three hit, I really appreciated seeing it fall. We're going to have to give him more minutes. He looked really good in the first quarter, and then we set him down. Same thing with Max Christie, who was playing excellent defense, swarming and things of that nature. We're going to have to play Max more because he definitely showed us how well he could rebound. Even though he missed a tip off of a fantastic offensive rebound, it was that offensive rebound that really stood out. And if you consider him and Austin Reeves both have that gift, you put them on the floor at the same time in their defensive abilities, and I do believe that Max Christie's three-point shot is going to start to fall. As it does, we're going to find out that we can lean on him. Then you bring back Wenyen Gabriel. I'm telling you, that trio is going to give us a lot of good opportunities to sit Bron and AD and still have production. When those three get back, I want to see our coach lean on them the way that he loves to lean on the two little guys. Put Troy Brown in that mix as well. Those four players need to be in high rotation because they play defense, they play offense, and they rebound the ball. And that's pretty much everything for us. So that's what I got, man. Hopefully the Lakers can put together a good second half. I'm not pleased at the fact that Jokic had 0 fouls in this game. That is just not how we want to do things, especially since AD had 2 of them. So we're going to need more out of that. I was happy that Bron was able to get some energy going on in the end of that second quarter because he was not really so efficient to leading up into that moment. But, you know, he had a strong hammer dunk, so I'm pretty sure his momentum is going to be very strong coming into the third quarter because we look good, you know, closing the quarter. So hopefully we can get our lead back. It's the ebbs and flows and things of that nature just are basically determined by who's on the floor. And you can guess what it looks like when who is what and when who is not on the floor. So if that made any sense, it probably didn't, either of those rotations. And hopefully we can improve on all of it. My name is BDF44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.